Lanky Englishman Leach would lose this semi-final to Vanya. But 2 years later, Leach would take revenge against his wiry Czech opponent by defeating him in the final at Stockholm. That would be the first of 2 world singles titles. Leach had an all-round game with excellent ball control, a world-class defense, and a consistent attack from both sides. He was in wonderful physical condition and had a fierce competitive nature. Johnny Leach was a dedicated champion, a credit to himself and to his country.
The men's singles final was a terrific battle between Richard Bergman and Johnny Leach. It was a great match in which Johnny Leach did most of the attacking. Bergman, who had already held the title 4 times, is almost impossible to beat. He always seems to get the ball back, and he has plenty of aces in hand as well. Watching this tremendous rally, it's easy to see the difference between ping pong and table tennis. This is tennis with a capital T. Richard Bergman in the 50-minute battle taught us all a lesson in how to win. He received his prize as top boy. The men's doubles final was between Leach, wearing slacks, and Carrington, England, far side, and Harangozo and Dolinar of Yugoslavia with the eye shade. This was a very lively affair, contested at a sizzling pace, with both sides attacking vigorously. After a tough battle, victory went to the Yugoslavian pair.
In Bombay, the 19th World Table Tennis Championships reached the final stage. Hiroji Sato of Japan, who has not lost a single match since his arrival in Bombay, created history by becoming the men's singles champion of the world in his very first attempt. He won in 3 straight games against Joseph Kosyan of Hungary. To add to the other trophies going to Japan, Hiroji Sato claimed the St. Bride's vase.
Sato would be the first pen holder to win the world singles title and also the first champion to use a sponge rubber racket. Ogimura, who used pimple rubber over sponge, would win 12 world titles, including 2 world singles.
Ping pong as the experts play it. World champ Ogimura of Japan, far side, battles Sweden's Flissberg. Bitter rivals in the title tournament, this is a revenge match staged in Germany. And again, the Japanese takes the lead. No title at stake, but they're out for blood. This point goes to the Scandinavian challenger. Both players have plenty on that tiny ball. Ogimura, now on this side, scores with a sizzling return. The tide turns in the final set. Flissberg beats the champ with this kill shot off the corner.
lightning reflexes, astonishing agility, and ball control. Technical skill, fitness, determination, and conviction. Ogimura had it all.
It was the very first time that the sponge bat had been used by both players at Wembley when Ogimura of Japan met Flisberg of Sweden in the finals of the men's singles. There were moments of sparkling table tennis, but for the most part the Japanese had the better of his opponent. The winning shot by Ogimura gave Japan her third world title. The Dowager Lady Swaythling, president of the English Table Tennis Association, presented the trophy. In the final of the women's doubles, Diane and Rosalind Rowe played against Kathleen Bess and Anne Hayden. The famous Rowe twins were up against some tough opposition, and this soon became the most exciting game of the finals. The brilliant Rowe combination with their careful positioning and rapid-fire tactics quite dazzled the 11,000 spectators. It was also the twins' 21st birthday, so they made it a double celebration by winning the final game 22-20. They certainly deserved the trophy.
She's Anne Hayden, the left-handed international, and she just made a brave attempt to become the first British girl to win the world singles title. In the quarterfinals, she beat Kochan of Hungary 3-2. In the semi-final, she easily dealt with Zeller of Romania, and the title was in sight. The final with Nishiguchi of Japan was a tremendous encounter. Level 2-all, the decisive game was a thrilling climax. It went to 19-all before Anne's defeat. A bitter disappointment for her, especially as she was a close runner-up for 2 other world titles as well.
Tanaka, playing with smooth sponge rubber, would be Ogimura's greatest rival, defeating him in the world final in 1957. Tanaka played with sheer brute force, had acrobatic footwork, and was an early user of the high lob. He would win 2 world titles with his amazingly forceful style.